Hi everybody and welcome back. We are going to focus on our wrists and our hands today. So it's really important to build up strength and mobility in our wrists to help us with our yoga practice, as we put a lot of pressure through the hands in our downward facing dogs and in our planks. But it's also really great for helping relieve any tension or any kind of stresses that you have in your forearm and in your wrist from driving for really long periods of time or using your computer and using your phone. So let's get started. So let's start in a comfortable seat, sitting however feels good for you, and just making sure that you've got enough space to lift the arms all the way up overhead. Nice. So then just bring your attention to your right wrist. Hold onto your right forearm to keep it nice and steady. Make a fist with that right hand. And then start to make circles with that wrist and with that hand. Nice and slowly and really controlled. So that you're getting into the 4 main different directions that the wrist can move in. So we've got flexion, inversion, extension, and eversion. And then switch the direction. Nice and slow. And then release that side and take it over onto the left. So holding onto the left forearm, make a fist with that left hand, and then take that wrist through all its different ranges of movement. Nice and slow. Keeping that forearm nice and steady so the movement is just coming from the wrist. And then switch the direction. And then release and give those hands a little shake out. Bring the hands and the arms down by your sides, turn the palms to face forwards, and then start to squeeze your fingers into your palms, really creating tension throughout the whole arm. And then start to release, and then squeeze again. And then as you start to squeeze and release repeatedly, lift the arms really slowly up above the head. Once you get above the head, can you flex at the wrist and then make those fist squeezes again? And then extend at the wrist and make those fist squeezes. Good, and gently release. Oh, good, that's a tough one. Shake those wrists out and then come all the way up onto your hands and your knees. If you want to pop a blanket under the knees to support them, then feel free. So let's start off with taking the hands underneath the shoulders and spreading the fingers super wide. And then start to rock the torso over the wrists in circles. Trying to keep the whole hand on the floor as you do it, noticing where you feel any tension. And then switch the direction. And then bringing your weight back to center, can you lift the heel of your right hand off the floor? Slowly and steady. Imagine that the movement is just coming from your forearm rather than your whole arm. And release back down. Then the left side. Really peeling that left heel of the hand off the floor. Slowly release. So you should feel this strengthening starting to happen in the wrist and the forearm. Right side. Release. Left side. Release. Right side. And left. Now if you want to add an extra layer, you might want to start to do both hands at the same time. And these are our wrist push-ups. Take 2 more. And then release. Good, sit back on those heels and give those wrists a nice little shake again. So this time round we're actually going to turn the right fingertips towards the right knee and allow the hand to rest down onto the floor. Now if your fingertips don't get all the way back, that's absolutely fine, just allow them to fall wherever feels comfortable. If you want less of a stretch here in the front of your forearm, you're going to take your fingertips closer towards your knee. If you want more of a stretch, you can take those fingertips a little bit further away. Slowly peel the heel of your hand off the floor, keeping your fingers pushing down into the floor, knuckles pushing down into the floor, and then start to make circles with your thumb. One way, and then the other. And then release. Good. From here, just allow your weight to settle back a little to take a nice stretch into that forearm. And release. Coming over to the left side, left fingertips turn back towards that knee. The thumb points out to the left side rather than coming in. And then you peel the heel of the hand off the floor. Push the fingers into the floor, the knuckles into the floor, and then start to make those circles with your thumb. And then switch the direction. And then gently release. And just shuffle back very slightly in order to create a stretch along that forearm. And then gently release there. Turning the fingers back, sitting back on those heels. If that feels okay, bring those hands together. Interlace the fingers and bring the heels of the hands in order to make sure that they're pushing together, and then start to make figure eights with the hands. and then switch the direction. This one's tricky to switch the direction, you have to really concentrate. Nice, and then release. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this one.